be showing you these 3 fun little like dorm room DIY video or DIY projects, I guess, that I have done recently. So I am back home, but I filmed these while I was still at school, so I thought I would just film an intro with all my fancy lighting and background and everything like that. So I have 3/4 of them, kind of. One is like a flower arrangement, the next one is a chalkboard sign, and then the third one is like spray painting 2 different things. So it's kind of like 3/4, and I will leave little markers of which ones are at which time, so if you want to like skip to one, you can do that. So the first one is a fake flower arrangement, and I was just gonna go to like TJ Maxx or something and buy one of these, but they were like $30 or so, and I was like, broke college kid, not happening. And then I also made a chalkboard sign for our door that has our names on it, and I was going to just buy one off Etsy or something, but again, they were expensive, and I was like, you know, I've dabbled in hand lettering a little bit, and I thought that I might be able to do like a decent enough job for like our dorm room hall door, you know? So I did that, and then the last one is spray painting. So we have a cart thing in our bathroom that's kind of ugly. That'll be in another video for the bathroom. And I spray paint that, and then also I have a, like, what are those, like just 3-drawer plastic things that you can get from Target, and it sits under my desk, and I spray painted that as well because, again, I thought it was ugly. So without further ado, let's get into the video. What you are going to want is some fake flowers. I got 4, and they're from Michael's, and I got kind of the more expensive ones because I wanted them to look more real, but you can always use coupons. And then some twine or yarn or ribbon or anything like that that you want. And then some rocks, which I actually ended up getting mine from the dollar store, a vase of your choosing, and then some fake water, also from Michael's. So just take the rocks and fill up your little jar. I would say no more than about 1/3 of the way, but you definitely want a decent amount in there because you want your flowers to be able to stick into them. Then just cut to length, and I just kind of cut one and then went off the other ones. So then I used a rubber band to hold all of mine together. That way they stay in the center and they kind of stay in the formation that I want. And then I just kind of messed around with them a little bit to make sure that that was what I wanted. And then I took my twine and just wrapped around that rubber band. Not that you can see it, honestly, but it makes it look a little nicer when you can see it. And I just wrapped it, and then I think I just tied it or maybe put some hot glue. Don't exactly remember. So then just follow your own fake water instructions. Mine, it was really weird. It said to add part B and then part A, which you would think it would be the other way around, but I guess not. And I actually used the entire bottle of both, which I didn't think I was going to, but I just say make the entire bottle of both, and then you can always just dump out the rest later. And of course I'm using a Starbucks cup, and then I will be using a Starbucks straw to mix it up because college, man. Then once you have everything mixed up so that there's no more like milky consistency, or at least that's what my bottle says, then you pour it in, and you want to start pouring it in the center. This is actually like really satisfying to watch. But then you just want to take your flowers and basically just kind of like shove them in there to make sure that they are down in the rocks so that they're not going to be going anywhere. And then just kind of mess around with them and make sure that you like the placement that they have and you like the way it looks from all angles. And then according to your own directions is what you'll do next, but mine just say let it sit on a flat surface for about 8 hours or so, and most of the bubbles should dissolve. If not, I think it kind of looks cool. Number 2 is the chalkboard sign. So as I said earlier, I was gonna buy this, but then I was like, that is way too expensive. so I made my own. So all of these things, again, are from Michael's. I kind of just made like one big trip out of it. Some chalkboard paint and a chalkboard marker, which you can use just real chalk, but my handwriting sucks in real chalk. And then the shape of your desire. I used this cool little shape thing, and then you're going to want some string or ribbon or something like that, but just make sure it's like fairly heavy duty. And then you just start by painting the stuff on. So here's where I actually realized that you should paint with the grain of the wood, but it didn't really matter that much, and I just let it dry. I only did one coat, and it worked pretty well. So then somehow my clip got cut out, but you just want to measure around how long you want your string to be, and then I just did some sort of weird 4-string braid thing. Honestly, I have no idea what I did, which is why I didn't show you guys, but like I said before, you can use yarn, ribbon, anything like that. Just make sure that you know that it's not gonna like break or something like that. And then I just tied a knot in both ends. Then just kind of measure out how far apart you want them to be, whether you want it super close or further apart, whatever. I made mine a little bit further apart, and then you're just going to take some E6000, and this is like super industrial strength glue. It's amazing. And then just put like a glob down on each side, kind of push it in a little bit, and then you're going to take some tape and put it over that, and then while that's drying, also I recommend putting like a book on top of it or something and let it dry overnight. The tape just kind of makes sure that the knots stay down. So then I actually did this beforehand just to test it out so I didn't get like nervous on camera or something. But when I went to wipe it off, it kind of didn't come off that well. But that might also be because it had been on there for a little while. So I knew I was just going to be writing the same thing over again. So I just used it as a stencil, which was kind of nice. And you can go online and there's ways to make like chalkboard stencils as well if you're not that good at hand lettering or something like that. But yeah, so I just went with my chalk marker and wrote everything in. So if you need to clean up little mistakes, I recommend taking a Q-tip with like some water or something on it, and then you can just go rub along the edges and it makes cleanup really easy. So then I just hung this on our door from a command hook, which is what you see there, and I really love the way that it turned out. Last project is kind of making this storage unit just look better. I got this from Target, and it's just a standard 3-drawer cheap little storage unit thing that I keep under my desk because our desks do not have any drawers in them. So I just went outside by the dumpsters and spray painted the frame with some gold spray paint. Then I also went ahead and spray painted the drawers kind of this dusty pink, which I will leave both of the colors down below along with all of the other supplies for every project. But I think it turned out really cute and definitely spruced up my little desk area a little bit.
So I hope that you guys liked this video. I had a fun time making it. I don't know, I love doing like little craft things and everything like that. And if you guys want to see more dorm videos, let me know. I was thinking also about doing like a dorm organizational video, because I have like a bunch of like different things, and I don't know, like that's what's been on my mind recently, and that's like what I'm, you know, dealing with. And so I thought that I could do more videos like that. But if you guys don't want to see them, just let me know. But if you do, also let me know. Either way, let me know what you guys want to see, or if you have any other video requests, definitely leave them down below. Make sure to subscribe to see more of my videos, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I will talk to you guys in my next video.